walk away with the draw. How do you feel about the group's performance today?
No, I felt it was those type of games that you have to work very hard. The things weren't going, it didn't have the fluidity that we wanted. We did create some chances. We had some good opportunities. But it looked like the type of game that you have to work hard and stay there and make sure that you defend and then try to create something on top. So a little scrappy. And then credit to them as well, the final goal. And it just became a difficult match. It was very hard as well. And for me, the most important part is that we're able to come back and get a point. For us, the important part not to lose, to continue this way. And at least the guys, even though it wasn't a fluid match, they were able to get into it and get an important point.
You guys take 10 shots on goal, but for the most part, you don't make Bingham work all that hard. How do you feel about the, do you feel like you guys could have done better maybe with those opportunities?
No, of course we could have done better, but it's the type of game. Sometimes there are games like this, that they are very difficult, they're choppy. They're just tough, and you have to put that extra effort collectively to get a result. And we're able to find the PK in a very good play, and that's important for us. This point is gonna add up.
Coach, any word on the line? Looked like he was looking at the inside of his right leg or calf.
Yeah, he had a knock in his calf, and he couldn't run anymore, so it was bothering him. So that's why he came out of the match. He's fine. He's being seen right now from the medical staff and making sure that he's going to be okay.
How do the conditions play into the lack of fluidity in terms of the way the ball plays on the hot turf or the fatigue?
No, I just think that mostly in the second half. I think the game in the first half was difficult for both teams, a little bit up and down. But I think the heat was mostly distraction in the second half because, as you could tell, the rhythm of the play went down for both teams, and it became a difficult match.
You had a lot of guys on the bench in the 18 overall that we haven't seen a lot of this year. What do you think of the performances of guys like Bill Tulama at outside back? Or Marco Farfan coming on and playing on the wing?
No, this is important for us because that shows that they can have different roles, that it's not something set in stone, and Bill can play on the right side, Farfan can come in as a midfielder, a little bit higher to support Sarek, and we will continue to look how players can contribute in other positions as well. In this case, that's what we felt that was what the game needed, and the guys came in to perform.
Coach, are you satisfied with both the quality and quantity of the chances you were able to generate today?
I'm never satisfied, when we don't win. And if we win, we have to do it in a good way. So today we tie, but also we need to analyze and think that this tie was important for us to get the point. We did create some opportunities. We did have chances. We could have found, that goal that could have given us the edge early. But I thought also they made an up and down game. They had, moments they were able to find space in the middle. So they were dangerous as well. So I thought that was, a difficult match all around, and I cannot be satisfied in any match because I think always we have to be better.
Coach Schmidt's shape was interesting at some points, particularly on the right side, what they were doing with Romney and Alessandrini over on the right. Was there anything about how the Galaxy approached the game tactically or in terms of their formation that surprised you or gave your team any troubles?
No. They didn't surprise me, but I think the troubles that we found were more because we didn't have the mobility today that we needed to, more than anything else, and then we became a little bit more predictable, and credit to them that they were, ready to be able to step in those spaces. But the lineup pretty much wasn't, the system wasn't a surprise.
You talked a little bit about bringing Marco Farfan on. You guys didn't really have any winger options on the bench to maybe give that attacking boost at the end. Can you just talk about your decision on the bench and why players like Esprilla or maybe Arboleda weren't in the 18?
Yes, those were the 18 that show best during the week, and that's why we decided to go with 18 that was on the bench today.
This match, the tempo of the match really changed. In the first 10 minutes, it was almost frenetic, and then very slow at the end. How do you approach managing a match with such a broad range of feel to it?
We're building up the strength to these matches. Summer is coming, the heat is is here, and in this field it becomes even hotter. We just have to manage it. We have to be smart. We have to know how to be able to deal with it and be mature in the way we're gonna play, because this is gonna be still there. But today was tough because, as you mentioned, in the second half, the heat played a part, and we couldn't have the mobility and we couldn't move the ball quick enough. So it became, from both teams, a little bit slower match and a little more predictable.
You've got 2 more games coming up quickly. There are already a number of players on the injury list. How did that managing minutes for your guys factor into how you approach this game, and what do you need to do for those games going forward this week?
Yeah, no, this is a good opportunity also for the US Open Cup game for us to be able to give minutes to players. And the way I look at things is that now this is great for the guys that want to step in to show what they can bring to the team, and it's perfect. And this is what we want. Sometimes when things open up, now guys have an opportunity and they're eager to be able to step in and perform. So we have to see now who can contribute more and more. They've been doing a fantastic job during practice, and we just have to keep on going the same direction.
Thanks everyone. Locker rooms.